What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today on a secondary PC, and today we had a request to do ARK Survival Ascended, because we wanted to see how this GPU and this setup reacts to an ultra-wide in this game. Probably because they've got a similar setup, but they just want to, if I remember correctly, they were thinking about upgrading to an ultra-wide, so they probably wanted to see how much it affects the FPS. And it does a little bit, that's for sure. So we'll just hop on it. I think we'll try, like, even though I don't think this computer can do it either, but we'll try just native real quick, and I think after that we'll just use FSR the whole time. Like I said, it's a little bit more FPS than the standard stuff, but if you're somebody who wants more visuals and don't care about taking a slight performance hit and only want like 30-40 FPS, who knows, maybe you'd be fine with just maxing the game out and turning on the built-in upscaling from Unreal. But either way, I'd say it's about time to hop ourselves into the game and get started. Well, alright, here's the settings we're going to try first. We're just going to try 100% render resolution here, and we'll go from there. I don't think it's going to work very well. Like, no matter what, I think this game basically was built around using both upscaling and frame gen at the same time. It's a shame, but I think that's just the way this game was made.
I'm not.
But regardless, let's get to some gaming, shall we?
I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
So now we'll try some FSR. And I kept getting some crashes here. It wasn't the game's fault though. I started finally overclocking this thing a little bit. So every once in a while it would be a little bit too much. And I think it was mostly the undervolt, but it could have been the VRAM too. Back when I first got this thing, I couldn't even get it to do anything with the VRAM without it just instantly locking up. So regardless, let's get to gaming, shall we? Well, let's go ahead and lower the settings a little bit more here. Same FSR balance though. We're basically just going to leave that part alone the rest of the game. Now we're going to drop it down to high. So there we go. Now we're all done looking at settings. Let's go play the game once more. So, now it is FSR balance time once more. All of this will keep it the same. We're basically doing a lot of move maps in here. I just like showing you guys we didn't try to turn frame gen on you and pull a fast one. We don't do shit like that on this channel. If I mess up on a setting, I usually catch myself, or someone else will say, hey, these weren't the same. And they go, oh, well, I didn't mean for that to happen. And then, hey, I messed up. Try not to let it happen again. And that's all you gotta do. Just be honest. Anyway, game time. Now we're going to finish up on the last setting we're going to try here, low, before we do a little camera recorded gameplay. And I think with all that out of the way, let's go get into the game. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Hopefully it can be stable enough. I've kind of been overclocking it a little bit finally. I thought I had it, but just because I was playing two other games, I was playing some FSR Settings and some Cyberpunk, both of those ran fine and had no crashes at all the way I had it set up. But this game, on the other hand, is crashing left and right. Driver timeout, so obviously it's not stable in every game, so I'm back to just messing with the core. I put the RAM back to stock because you never want to go from both at the same time. I tried just kind of sneakily trying like, alright, well let's just lower the RAM by 100. And who knows, it was probably the freaking undervolt I had decided, oh, let's throw a 50 megahertz undervolt on there. That's probably what did it. But we'll see. Let's see if I can make it even 10 minutes without another driver timeout or something else weird happening. This weird shit, all the computers of AMD that I've been watching anyway, I've been doing this, so I bet it did it on the Allies and all that too. And that Lenovo Legion Go 2 and the FireBat, and I just didn't notice. Now, I don't remember if it did it on the NVIDIA thing. This might be an AMD thing, but I'll pay close attention when we get to the two main and the TV PC and see if this still happens. Although, I don't know if we'll have to go on low on those, but we'll see. They're both pretty damn beefy. This is still the third most powerful PC, though. I think the 4070 Ti Super can beat it in ray tracing, though, so it depends on what you want. But pure rasterization, oh yeah, this thing's fast. Unfortunately, though, there's not a lot of new games coming out, at least on Unreal Engine, that don't have at least some baked-in ray tracing. So that can kind of screw over the lower-end AMD, and this can sometimes still brute force itself through that. But not always. Brutal. Hey, Blastoise, get over here. I got a question for you. Actually, no. If I go over there, he'll probably try to kill me, because this is his domain. It's kind of weird, though. You'd think a thing like that would be a land thing, because that's kind of how a tortoise modern day looks. If it was like a sea turtle or another kind of turtle, they have webbed feet. The sea turtle, I think, just said, yeah, flippers. But turtles that go in the water have webbed feet. The other ones have flat feet, almost like an elephant. So yeah, definitely make sure you never throw a tortoise in the water. It will die. Turtle, on the other hand, go for it. They can swim. And hold their breath for an enormous amount of time. At least compared to people, anyway. Ah, I made it. Haha, I have made it once more! noticed over there that it kept like crashing over a lot. So I'm gonna go over there and see if it'll crash over there. Because not only am I testing this thing for the game, I'm testing out stability on my own computer here too. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Oh, Brian, you leave me alone. I'm almost to shore. Alright, phew. I don't even know if anyone were coming after me. Usually the music, it has like some weird ominous music come in when that shit happens, so. Yeah, we're around here. Hey, stop being a jerk. What? No. I cooled down in the water, you're fine. And yeah, instead of uninstalling this when I'm done on here, since I'm not planning on playing it, I think I'll just leave it here for a little bit and, you know, test my overclock. Thing is, two other games was fine, but this one it crashes. If I can make this game stable, hopefully all games would want to be stable. Wouldn't that be great? It's the only problem with messing around with stuff. You go from having stability for maybe 10 FPS if you're lucky. But I don't know. I still like doing it. Dodos. So many wild dodos. I heard they were talking about bringing them back, along with woolly mammoths and a saber-toothed tiger. Sounds like we shouldn't do that, because it'll probably turn into Jurassic Park before we know it. Next thing I know, I'll be like, oh man, I want to go to the dispensary, but I can't. There's a T-Rex advisory. Shit. You know what, come think about it, I think in Dragon Ball Z World there was like dinosaurs and shit just roaming about. That was kind of amusing. Except for if you're like stuck in the desert and all of a sudden again T-Rex is just behind you, like, oh cool, I can't outrun that. Hey, I remember in one part before it crashed, I beat the shit out of this tree and brought it down, but I'm not going to do it again. Doing the same thing twice there would be boring. At least in the same video. I'm sure I do the same thing multiple times if you include every video I make, but I try not to do too repetitive in the same video. Well, other than running around in this one. Just because I have no idea what you do in these. I know I can level up, but maybe that's the whole thing. You level up and then it'll tell you what to do after that. Or this is one of those games where you do everything yourself. And it's not going to hold your hand, you know? I hit a tree. Oh, I hit a tree. Yep, I hit a tree. I couldn't one-punch the piranha that's as big as I am? That is absolutely absurd. Absurd, I say. But whatever. It's not like I'm playing this seriously. Like I said, I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just running around and showing FPS data. And if you play online and stuff, I'm sure there'd be maybe a couple less FPS if you've got like a huge amount of people around you, but almost any game that's online would be like that, but When you're just playing normally, or if you're playing alone like I normally would, it seems to be fine. On low, anyway. Kind of crazy on a computer like this, if you want over 60 FPS, you gotta turn it down to low. Those things still almost sound like monkeys. I didn't see anything, but it's probably covered. There's probably a root or something I couldn't see because of the grass. You might guess? I'm not ready to call it 100% stable, but at least it's stable enough to go 10 minutes instead of crashing every like 2 or 3 minutes, so we're on to something. Hey. We took each other out. What a way to end. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for ARK Survival Extended, or Ascended, excuse me. And we definitely got playable FPS, but unfortunately we had to go down to low again with FSR's help. So this game is just really hard to run. And I mean, it's not the worst looking game out there, but it's also not the best looking game out there to warrant such frame rates, at least in my personal opinion. This is my problem with a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games. It seems like they're just like, hey, there it is. It looks alright, but then you gotta have like TAA and all this upscaling crap, and unless you use DLSS, most of them look fucking blurry and terrible. It's just no fun. And then if you don't use any upscaling, well, it's just get horrible performance, and you don't even get 30 FPS on this game. What you got there, miss? You got your meat stick? Yeah, if you hear any random rambunctious noises, that's just Misty playing with her little Slim Jim. Oh, you gonna pick that up and move? I'd get that tail away from my foot. You know how moving I am. I'm always moved. Hard for me to sit completely still, but I will try to so I don't step on your poor tail. Anyway, sorry about that. Going off on a tangent, a little stoned. That happens sometimes. So let's wrap up. Hopefully the guy who requested this enjoys the video, and anyone else who happens to come across it. And if I didn't do a good enough job, I can obviously go back and retry it again, but I think I did a pretty decent job with it. But in any case, that's all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.